Hello and welcome back. Today is Monday, January 6th. I have your three best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe down below. Makes me know you like the content. We have a 9-game NBA slate. Interesting enough about it, all the games are pretty much at 6 or 7 o'clock. There's only one late night game, which is Sacramento versus the Miami Heat, which is an interesting game all around, but every single game is from 6 to 7 overall. We get Phoenix versus Philly. That's a fun matchup overall. KD versus Joel Embiid. Love that. Dallas versus Memphis, another fun matchup. And then San Antonio versus Chicago. Wemby coming to Chicago. There's no way he's not going to just kill this Bulls team that sucks at guarding the center position. But beautiful day in the NBA ahead of us. Before we jump into today's plays, we got to recap yesterday's action and yesterday in the NBA. End up going 2-1 in best bets. Is what it is. Favorite play of the day, Dennis Schroeder. Projections had them at 20 points assists. The line jumped up when I started looking at it. It was at 16.5, 17.5, closed at 18.5, and he finishes the game with just 5 or 6 points assists. He was horrible. Horrible. Missing every shot early. You knew it was a long game early on. Austin Reeves, points, rebounds, assists. He took us without any rebounds to the promised land, which I love you, Austin Reeves. You are a darling right now. And then Jason Tatum, 35-plus points, rebounds, assists. Took until free throws late in the game, but hey, I'll take a 2-1 day if I can. Luck was on our side. Hey, 2-1 day, I'll take it every single time. But that was yesterday. 3 plays I absolutely love today, and let's just jump into it. For my first play of the day, going to be in that Phoenix-Philly game overall, over under 227. And the Suns suck at guarding the center position, and they were out Nurkic. That's the one. That's the one right there. But give me Joel Embiid over 29.5 points coming in at -110. On DraftKings, he has a great spot here. The Suns allowing the second most points to the center position. Last 15 games, they're allowing the third most points. In the last seven games, they're allowing the 7th most points to the center position. So a great spot for Joel Embiid here, who's only got this over 2 for his last 5, but a little more of the story on these 2 for his last 5 is these last 5 games, he scored 25-plus points in each and every single one. The last 2 games, he scored 28-plus points. Both of those games were 30-plus point blowouts. I think tonight's going to be a closer game, needing Joel Embiid to get closer to that 30-point mark here, where he's got this over 3 for his last 5 games against this Suns team, averaging 31.6 points per game. He has dominated them in the past, averaging 30 minutes per game in these last 5, and he's taken 3 more shot attempts in these last 5 games. So he's getting more and more back into game shape here. I think today's a great opportunity for him to get to that 30-point mark overall. Only one home game this season he scored 30-plus points, where last season got the over 68% of the time. I think today he gets back to that 30-point mark at home here overall. Versus the Western Conference this season, he scored 35, 9, 32, 37, and 28 points. So I think today he's going to get back up to that 30-point mark against the Western Conference. No Nurkic. The Suns suck at guarding the center position. I think it's a great spot, Joel Embiid, in a game where I think it's going to be pretty close overall. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. I think this is going to be a closer game overall. At home here, Joel Embiid's going to be used in a great matchup. My projections have him at 31 points here, so give me Joel Embiid over 29-plus points. For my second best bet here, going to be in the Portland Trailblazers-Detroit Pistons matchup. Weird that I'm taking a play in this, but this game's a close spread overall, over under 228. I think it's a great spot for Cade Cunningham, who has a great spot here against the Portland Trailblazers to score 25-plus points, coming in at -130. On FanDuel, Portland is allowing the 4th most points to the point guard position. Love that. These last 15 games, they're allowing the 4th most points to the point guard position. So a smash spot here for Cade Cunningham, who's struggled these last 5 games. He's only gotten this over 2 for his last 5, only averaging 25.4 points per game, but they're without Jaden Ivey, who's injured this year. That's 15 field goal attempts that are gone on this lineup that need to be divvied out. And I think Cade Cunningham is going to be a little more aggressive here and a great spot against this Portland Trailblazers, where he's gotten this over 3 for his last 5, averaging 26 points per game against this Trailblazers team. Without Jaden Ivey this season, he's averaging 29.2 points per game with 3 30-point games in those games. Love that. He's in a bad matchup. He's in a great matchup here where he's averaging 21 field goal attempts, so a lot of shot opportunities for Cade Cunningham this season. Now without Jaden Ivey, even more shot opportunities are out there on the table for Cade to be aggressive in a smash spot here overall. He has a 63% hit rate versus the Western Conference this season, averaging 26.8 points per game overall. My projections have him at 26. Portland Trailblazers bleeding a lot of points in the point guard position. Should be a close game. Cade hasn't gotten it in the last few games here. I think it's a perfect bounce back opportunity for Cade Cunningham to score 25 plus points against this Trailblazers bad defense. For my third and final best bet, going to be in that Bulls-San Antonio Spurs matchup. Talked about him earlier. This is a prime Victor Wembanyama smash spot here. The Bulls cannot guard the center position, so give me Victor Wembanyama over 27.5 points coming in at -110 on DraftKings. The Chicago Bulls are allowing the fourth most points to the center position. They've been getting killed by centers all season. Karl-Anthony Towns, 2+ 35+ point games on them. Kristaps Porzingis, 2+ 20-point games on him. Brook Lopez, 15+ points on this Bulls team. Now Victor Wembanyama, who has been on fire these last 5 games. Only gotten the over 2 for his last 5, averaging 27 points per game, but he's been on fire these last 20-point games. Last 20 games, getting the over 55% of the time, averaging 29.4 points per game, averaging 21 field goal attempts per game in the last 20 games. I love that overall. The Chicago Bulls are allowing the 4th most points to the center position these last 15 games, and the 4th most in these last 7 games. So we've been bleeding points to the center position overall. He's yet to get this over against this Bulls team last year. Don't really count a lot of the games last year. This is a new year for Wemby overall. He's got this over 3 for his last 5 away games, averaging 31.2 points per game, so I love that overall. And the Bulls have been dominated by center positions all season. Wemby should have a smash spot overall. Against the Eastern Conference this season, he's averaging 35.8 points per game. Now he gets this Bulls team that sucks at guarding the center position. He's projected 30 points here against this Bulls team that I have. So this is a smash spot for Victor Wembanyama. So give me Victor Wembanyama over 27.5 points. Those are my 3 best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate the support of this page beginning. It's been a lot of fun doing these plays for you. Hopefully we continue a good streak overall. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. It's Monday. Get after it. Keep on smiling, and I will see you in the next one.